Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate it. Shout out to all the subscribers. As always, big up to anyone new. Gratitude to you. Let's talk about Matias. I love this dude. Eddie Hearn in a recent interview has just said, you know, when or if he expects, he obviously is a promoter of Matias and Liam Paro. He's running 140 at the moment, Eddie Hearn. He's making some moves. I'm going to talk more about him at the end of the video because he's doing some good things for these fighters and I love it. But he's saying, you know, he wants to set up some unifications after the Paro fight.
After he fights Liam Paro, which is a very tough fight, a lot of people writing him off, he should look to unify the division. You guys know, everybody in boxing knows how good Matias is. He is a bad mother. And if he gets through Paro, I'm going to be looking to make unification matchups for him.
And when Matias probably will win, I'll do a full film study breakdown on that. I'm just going to start working on it in a few days. So I know I want to give a big shout out to anybody that watched that scientific video I made. And I also want to say that track that I made is still available for download. I will leave the link in the description.
Porque cuando tú estás seguro de lo que tú das y tú eres, no le temes a los riesgos.
It is a beat I made about a year ago, but I tied it in with Subrio. I used his lyrics, and actually the download doesn't have the lyrics in it because I suddenly thought to myself, well, that's a copyright infringement, and I don't want Matias knocking on my door. I need to find the legalities around that, okay? But for now, it's the instrumental. If you like music, that's a big part of this channel, and I'm going to be doing a bit more of that. But it's also a gift from me to you. I hope you enjoyed the track. Link in the description. Thanks again for anyone that's been watching and has watched. But on to the unification fights. Now, at 140, there's some mouth-watering fights there. Obviously, look, the one that stands out that a lot of people are talking about is Isaac Cruz. I mean, goodness me. My gosh, can you imagine how violent that fight will be? Pitbull Cruz versus Matias, or the other way around, whoever you want to. I mean, that's just a savage fight. I am making a video right now. It'll probably be out on Monday or Tuesday on Matias's clinch game. I'm going to look a bit deeper into it and see. Well, I have been already, and it's like already making me think I don't think Haney could beat him anymore. Do you know what I mean? I thought well, Haney might have got a good chance, but the way Matias is able to keep people off of him, off balance, and still punch off balance, and just stick his arm in the right place. I'll pull up a little clip right now what I'm studying on the Ponce fight. I'm surprised I didn't see it before, but when Ponce's trying to grab him, Matias actually throws a hook and then shoves his forearm, stops Ponce from grabbing him, which is part of clinching. You know, it's a very kind of borderline dark arts, if you will. There's dark arts in the UK for football. I don't know if they have the same term in the US, but basically it means, you know, just like sneakily doing some borderline illegal moves. I don't think the move that Matias did was illegal. I'm just saying with clinching, it does tread that line because holding is actually illegal. So there's always a big debate between holding and clinching. Clinching's a skill, and what Matias does against Ponce is skillful. Unbelievably skillful, and I'm going to talk more about that because he jams him up like that. Ponce is trying to grab him, and instead Matias is moving back and he cracks him whilst the punch is getting a little bit deflected on the way in and drops him. It's quite remarkable. It really is. And I'm just thinking, wow, if Devin Haney's trying to clinch him doing that, he's going to be in all sorts of problems. More on that in another video, but the Pitbull Cruz one obviously is mouth-watering. Another mouth-watering one is the Tio fight, which I think that's, I've been saying for months, I don't think Tio makes it out the 12th round in that fight. I really don't. And I've gone against Tio before a couple of times in the past, and he's proved me wrong, and I'm really happy when fighters do prove me wrong because I learn a lot more about the sport, and I learn a lot more about, you know, why I got it wrong, and I'm like just humble about it because I'm like, I want to know, you know, but I don't think he'll make it out the 12th round against Matias. It's crazy. I mean, it's a brutal fight. He makes you fight. And I've said this loads of times. It's like being in a spider's web. An insect doesn't make it out of the spider's web. That's your starting place as a fighter. Your starting place is in a spider's web. Matias is a poisonous spider, and it's just a matter of time. And Another analogy, I love analogies on this channel, is, and I'll talk more about this in the actual thing, but it's a scene from Snatch where these gangsters come in and try to basically put a gun on one of the other gangsters, and they start to shrink and shrivel. And that's, I don't want to ruin it. I want to show you for the actual film, the scientific movie, not the Clinch Clinch video. But essentially it's like, you know, they come in and they might be feeling themselves, and a few rounds in they realize that they're in with just an absolute savage animal. And like, I'm going to show you a picture of Matias's eyes right now when he's fighting. Look at those eyes, bro. That is a demon right there. You know, I mean, he's willing to fight the devil. He said that before. I believe him. And look, he's a spiritual dude. You know what I mean? He's a good dude. I can see his eyes when he's not in fight mode. He's got a kind soul. When he's in fight mode, get out of his way, because he's coming to destroy you. He's coming to eat your soul. You know, him, Beterbiev, Benavides, Tim Tszyu, to a lesser extent at the moment. Tim Tszyu's a bit more sophisticated, but they're all coming to inflict pain on you, and they like doing it, and they like seeing you suffer, and it charges them up. You know, I'll pull up a video I did, The Art of Pressure Fighting. I'll talk about it in that. They systematically, psychologically break you down. And that's what Matias does. Will he be able to do that against Pitbull? Probably not. That might just be who's going to just get stopped and whose corner's going to come in. Probably Pitbull's. I can't see Pitbull. Matias's chin is just too beast mode chin, beast mode heart, beast mode attitude, beast mode power. You go up against that, you're probably going to lose. When you're fighting Matias on the inside, you're done. I know Pitbull's got a chin, I know he's tough, and I know he can punch a little bit, but all of those, his heart and his chin might be level. I don't know if his power's as big as Matias's. Matias is probably a bigger guy, maybe, because Pitbull's coming up in weight, isn't he? Wasn't it 135? I think it was his first fight at 140. I could be wrong, but like maybe it's second. But either way, I mean, that's a hell of a fight. Wow. Anyway, Eddie Hearn. Okay, he's making some moves right now. A lot of people are actually still unhappy. You know, they really it's really bizarre, because he's doing good for fighters. Fighters are going to get paid. You know, they're going to get out. They're going to start making their legacy, like Boot Tennis, Subriel Matias. He's got Andy Cruz as well. And now Deontay Wilder for one night. He just wants to, he pays the fighters, he gets them dates. That's all I care about. I don't care about a boxing promoter or a TV network. I mean, he's straight away, Subriel Matias, homecoming. He's going to do the same to Boots Ennis in Philadelphia in July. And he's a man of his word at the moment. He's a boxing promoter. I don't particularly like boxing promoters, right? There's shady people. But he might be the best out of the bunch, you know? And at the end of the day, you've got to listen to the fighters. And the fighters, and Bozy Ennis has long been suspect and a bit wary of Eddie Hearn, you know, and of promoters in general, as he should be. He wants the best for his son, do you know? But I think at the end of the day, it's great for boxing. It's great for these boxers that Hearn can come in and do what he's doing. He's obviously got Berlenga as well. And he's trying to get some buzz back about him and get him a big fight. Get the boxers big fights. I mean, crikey, that's all you want. That's all I want. But I think it's great. The unification about this is what this video is about. I mean, it's just some mouth-watering matchups. Massive fights at 140. Absolutely massive fights. We're in for one hell of a year. Boxing is going to be great. There's so much going on. I'm trying to keep up with all these videos. But thanks again. I really appreciate it. Anyone that's watched it, especially if you stayed up till now, I hope you have a lovely weekend. It's Friday. We're going to watch the weigh-in soon for Garcia Haney. I just made a video about that. And then I hope you guys get a chance to watch the fight tomorrow. I'll do a post-fight video on Sunday for that. And I'm actually working Saturday night. I hope maybe the place I'm working at might have a TV. I can sneak a little watch, but I'll watch it in the morning, whatever happens. I'll watch the fight before I do the video. So, anyway, that's it from me. Have a lovely one. Cheers.
Porque cuando tú estás seguro de lo que tú das y tú eres, no le temes a los riesgos.
Boxing.
On it is.